Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2. In our first week, we talked about some nursing leaders that we admire. Some of them that I chose to talk about would be Florence Nightingale, of course. She was the founder of nursing practice and nursing schools as we know it today. Dorothea Dix, who revolutionized care for the mentally ill. And Florence Wald, who really was the mother of hospice, and Patricia Benner, who's written several books about nursing, and particularly nursing education. She's the one who brought to the forefront the whole theory of novice to expert in nursing education. I'm so geeky that I was very excited to get her autograph at a conference I went to a couple of years ago. And Christopher Saslow, who is a huge advocate for state healthcare improvements. Can you think of a nursing hero that you have? Also from week 1, the patient-centered care and the Affordable Care Act. So patient-centered care has been around for years, but it wasn't until the ACA placed financial incentives on the concept that healthcare providers, hospitals, physicians, etc. really began to take notice. So under the ACA, hospitals now receive performance-based bonuses or penalties based on 2 main measures: value-based care purchasing, which would be the clinical process of care domain and patient experience, and readmission rates for specific diagnostic-related groups like MIs, heart failure, and pneumonia. So this quote here says, "Care that is truly patient-centered considers patients' cultural traditions, their personal preferences and values, their family situations, and their lifestyles. It makes the patient and their loved ones an integral part of the care team who collaborate with healthcare professionals in making clinical decisions. With patient-centered care, unneeded and unwanted services can be reduced." I wonder if any of you can think of times in your experience that patient-centered care really helped you improve your outcome. Have you ever read this book, The Spirit Catches You and You Fall Down? It's about a Hmong child and how she lives in the United States and how United States healthcare system pretty much failed her and her family. It's really a terrific read and highlights the problems that patients and families of different cultures have in our healthcare environment. As healthcare reform continues to drive hospitals to achieve better outcomes with fewer resources at a lower cost, patient-centered care will continue to take on greater importance. Evidence shows that patient-centered care improves outcomes by reducing length of stay, readmissions, and emergency department visits, and it also enhances patient compliance with plans of care. So patient satisfaction, in turn, is improved. And in a patient-centered environment, employees are more satisfied with their work and are more willing to stay in their jobs. As it's a central goal for the U.S. healthcare system under healthcare reform, the time to start shifting to a more patient-centered model of care is now. Wondering what your thoughts are? So looking forward to week 2, some patient advocates, one that sticks out in my mind are the Nightingales. They were a group of people that got together to fight the big tobacco industry. They were fighting against how they actively marketed the cigarettes toward youngsters, and they have seen many goals come to an end with smoke-free workplaces and coverage for tobacco cessation. They are true examples of our week 2 competency, professionalism, and accountability to change the decisions of organizations for delivery of standard-based nursing care, consistent with moral, altruistic, ethical, regulatory, cultural, and humanistic principles. What do you think about the tobacco companies? Ethical? Unethical? Just trying to earn a living? Thanks, and I'll see you online.